Since you were not there, I'm just giving background. Now I can start. So today we are covering where AI is going, how it's going to impact every vertical of the real, where exactly we are using it and how effectively they can help us in our everyday life. So let's cover what we are doing at this point. As one mentioned that it helps you to generate images or a code or even pictures or a videos. That's what most of them are using AI for generating images, code, and lesson plans at this point. AI can go further to understand those documents that you're feeding to it. It can understand the speech, it can recognize what you're talking to it, and it can also respond back the answers to what, as one of the kid mentioned. So we are able to talk to a robot. It is able to recognize your speech as well as respond you with the right answers. It's going ahead through that phase onto the decide phase. It can take all the inputs that you have provided and can make a decision based on your inputs and provide you the right way to go also. And then it acts on providing some task that can be done repetitively. You have some repeated tasks that you have to operate in. Robots are very good at doing a repetitive task. It can do that for you continuously. And not only it does the act, it also improves over whatever it has learned from its environment. It tries to improve over that so that it can be better off in every iterations. Neural networks have helped a lot, like a human brain, where it learns from whatever it sees and whatever it understands, it adapts to that and be better. So this is the way where AI is moving so at a very fast pace. AI can see, move, deliver, clean, guide, teach, as well as support people for now that we are seeing around the world. So where exactly this AI is being used in the real world? Awesome. If you look at every verticals that you can think of, hospitality, you go to a hotel, you see that the room service now is being done by a robot. The robot can do the cleaning for you rather than a human being coming there and vacuuming it or doing the mopping, other stuff. No, robots can do that job. They can be even in the guest engagement. They can be at your front desk. You don't have a receptionist. Robot talks to you and does a check-in for you. So that's the hospitality business. In the restaurants, you go and eat your food, and you see that a robot is delivering you the food you are eating. It's called a food runner. So what does this mean to the person who's serving the food? He was actually running 10 times or maybe 100 times between the kitchen and the table rather than talking to you. So how many times you guys have said, excuse me, give me the check? You're waiting for the check, but you have not got it. So it's been a while that you're waiting and you did not get your food. So many times, because of the heavy, busy hours, they don't have that much time to help every customer who are sitting there. But if the robot does a job of bringing the food, then the server can help you and talk with you and see what you need and keep a guest experience a better memorial for the people who are there. In the healthcare has more other applications that it can help to keep the environment clean so that there is not much spread of germs and diseases. They can also help to deliver the food to the rooms of the patients. They can also help with the disinfecting the surgical room faster. We have UV robots that can just pass through your surgical center. Everything is disinfected. Now it's ready for you to do the surgery. So it can be pretty fast. The surgical room is ready for your next operation. So that way, actually, the pepper that you saw in the first picture, she's also been used in the healthcare. They are using that to talk to a kid. I assume that a kid has to undergo a very complicated surgery. It's very difficult to explain, and there's so anxiety is built up in the kid that it is not ready for the surgery. But if a robot comes to the kid and explains it, it gets more excited because a robot is coming to you. So the anxiety goes down, the anxiousness goes down. the kid will cool down and understand what exactly the surgery procedure is. So they're using it as a therapy stuff in the hospitals as well, and also to help the kid to bring a smile on their face if they are in the hospital, and if they see something, they'll be more happier to be in the hospital. Education, yes, we have a lot of robots that can help in every education field, for coding, for robotics, even for research purposes. So Pepper is also used for research to see how it can be a companion for assistant care, like a senior living. It can help them to keep talking to them, reminding them of their family if they have dementia or other stuff, so that it can be as a companion to them. And as a human being, it's very tough for us to talk the same thing again and again, but a robot can speak a number of times the same thing. So that way they can be reminded of their family, their past, and so that way it's been a very much as an assistant care for teachers as well as for the senior people. And in other facilities like retail stores or grocery stores, you can see robots cleaning the floor or even moving the items from one place to the other place as a warehouse or other stuff. And the warehouse are the biggest places where you see a large area to be cleaned as well as material to be moved. So you can see a big robots delivering your material from one place to the others, or even the cleaning the whole warehouse, where it is very difficult for a person to cover that much area in a more consistent way. So in general, AI are very good to handle repetitive tasks so that people can focus, care what they are good at it. Robots can do the job that they are good at it. We can do the job that we are good at it. And we can use our time more effectively to do the other work and hand over those repetitive tasks to them. So this is the way the AI is being moving forward. So whatever you are learning, AI and robotics, here are all the applications that you're going to apply that when you are out of your college, schools, your career world. And this pace of that you're seeing here, the verticals, they are moving pretty fast. You can go to a Kora Sushi, probably will see two delivery robots delivering your food. You can go to any big facility building, you can see the delivery bots, the cleaning bots cleaning the vacuuming and cleaning the floors. So very soon you will see them even in your schools, because even the schools have to do their cleaning services. So there are schools who are adopting that in their environment too. So you'll start seeing this everywhere. And that's where, yes, it's very soon. It's not too very far. So why were this organization moving towards this thing? First one is the labor pressure. You can see that things are going so fast. So many buildings are coming one after the other. Where do you find people to clean all those buildings? How do you get that labor? And people are more wanting to be in other jobs than in being that job. So you definitely have a labor crunch everywhere. So how do you address that labor thing? That is where this robots come into picture. Wherever there is a issues with that, the robots can help. Second thing is consistency. They do their job effectively. The same type, same consistently across. When we do the cleaning, I'm sure if anyone asks to clean, you'll just do a little bit cleaning, but you may not do entire thing in the right way every day. You may leave some areas here and there. I'm sure you would have seen some schools where there may be some areas not cleaned, some areas better cleaned or other stuff. But these robots do their job consistently. And they also give you the report. They'll tell you like this area is cleaned and I'm done with this. I'm going to report the next year. So you also have a report on what they did. So that way they are consistent, as well as there's a visibility of the data that they provide you. And the speed, they can do faster than us because they don't get tired. And they don't put a sick leave. They are there for you all the time. They are like a free labor for you to work 24/7. They only need charging. So once they are charged, they run across. So they all come with a charger that they know where to go to charge themselves. So they run for 8 hours, they go back to the charging station, get recharged, then they start working. So they can work all 24/7 based on how you're charging them. So these are all the areas that you can see the robots could help. Even if we go to the hotel, then we do have robots that have this compartments. So they can deliver you amenities to your rooms. You call someone in the hotel and you say, I want this. Someone has to come there to deliver you that. And if there's a big hotel, then how many times a person will go up and down to deliver you? But a robot can go across the elevator, go to the room, and hand over to that room whatever they wanted. And this is what the cleaning is. And I don't know whether we have ever thought about it when with this traditional way of cleaning, where you have a bucket of water and you have this mopping to mop it. but you again dip that in the same water. So basically, you're contaminating the water and using the same water to clean the other areas. And this is what we are doing for years. It's not today or the thing. But the robots have different way of cleaning. They have the clean water and the other water separate. So they keep the both separately to do the cleaning. So that keeps you more cleaner for you to make that thing work. So this is the reason why most of the organizations wants to move towards the AI. Now, this is what I talked about, hospitality. They help with the room service, delivering the amenities to the room. They clean the lobbies, corridors, as well as ballroom if there is something there. They can also be as a like wayfinding. You go to a big conferences, maybe you came here as well asking, okay, where do I need to go? Where is this room for me? Someone was helping you to get to that room. So there must be some human being saying that, okay, please go to this room. This room is here. They give you a map where you need to find out yourself and go to that. The robots can do that. They can give a way. They can be a robot at the front desk having a wayfinding for you. You ask it, I need to go to room 266. It will guide you there and it will leave you there and go back. So they can be a wayfinding for all this big conferences or convention centers. They can also greet you at your entrance, welcome you. So you don't need any person there to welcome you. They can even check in you and allow you to. So all the reception work, they are good at it. They can do all of that for you. So this is a way that it will help you, the staff, to they are stretched and they are lesser people to do it, then this will really help you. So this is one of the delivery robot that has a screen at the front. This can also act like an ad for the restaurant. You can put their food items on the screen that you can see it and then you know what the food is instead of having a menu. So the screens are very helpful for birthday parties or any other stuff that they can put some music and make it more attractive.
This little black thing is small, but
This
it's
is-
saying it's all
This
in
is
one.
just, yeah, it's all in one. It
So-
does the vacuuming, mopping, scrubbing, and sweeping.
Okay.
So all four it does in this. It's as small as this much. It can go under the table. So this is widely used in areas like this where it has to go under the table. There are two tanks inside this. One can be used for vacuuming, the other one for scrubbing.
You say the Roomba was one of the first kinds
Roomba
of
was a small car,
robot cleaner.
It's a commercially high rated. Go ahead.
Which one of these robots should be more helpful in an everyday life?
Sweet pepper.
It depends on everyday whose life, kids' life or
What kind of life?
business life. If you're thinking about your kids' world, then I have that education robot that will help you to learn AI and understand it better. But if you're thinking about verticals like a business, then all of this that I put here are helpful. This is used for cleaning. This is used for delivery. This is used for customer service. In any areas, you'll have all these three verticals.
Has anybody been to the faux restaurant that's in by the mall?
Yeah.
Well,
So
yes.
that is where I saw that kind of robot
Yes.
right there
I saw that at-
delivering food.
I know that at
There are two of them.
Wasabi
One is in
Tyson's
Rockville,
Market.
one is in Gettysburg.
This
They
sushi
do,
place
who
is
are the
delicious.
ones who are ready for this for the reason because they deliver very hot soup
Yeah, it was.
and there
Yeah.
are big balls.
Mhm.
So there's a risk for the staff when they carry it, they may spill on their hand or some accidents can happen. So for them, robot is a very good idea to put them on the robot and they just go there and put it on the table.
That was the first time I saw
Yes.
that.
They are the restaurants who are ready for
Some
the
at
robot.
Tyson's Corner Mall at Wasabi, and they've had it for like a couple years now. But it's like it's not that big of a restaurant. So when like the food comes, if you ordered something cold, it's like really cold, or if it's like hot, it's like really hot. So
Tyson Corner, I think one of the what you said that restaurant also has.
yeah.
But what you've seen is yes, in Gettysburg and I think in Rockwell. The same
Well, ours is in Columbia. It's a faux.
Okay.
Mhm.
So in here in this area, I've seen in Gettysburg and in Rockwell. There too. Go ahead.
So are you going, so for the next school year, are you going to invite Mead Middle to come here for their Avid field trip?
What's the Avid?
Like, where they tour colleges and stuff?
Oh, so
Probably
you go to
not-
meet. So she's asking, will you all invite their school to something like this?
Oh, we
Yeah.
can. I mean, if your school wants us to bring those robots and show a demo, yes, we can. If you can contact us, we can come there and show there. where the schools have to go and how much they need to adapt into this new world.
It's mostly community organized.
We do help the schools to embrace this AI with the product that we have. We can show that.
So if you bring it up, that's something they can look into.
Yes, definitely. So the restaurants, again, as I said, the servers are spending a lot of time moving between kitchen and the table, which the delivery robots can do it. And as the restaurant that we talked about, there's a risk there that the staff may get injured because of the hot soup, which is they are delivering it. In that case, these robots, they go very smoothly without spilling anything. So that way they can be a better adapted than a staff carrying all of that and spilling it down or having their hands burnt or something. So this comes under different varieties. Like this was in Kora Sushi, you'll find this one there. So restaurants are now ready to pick them up so that they can start using them, and maybe they find it a better way to adapt it for their environment. Same thing for the healthcare. This is the UV robot that I talked about. This is just passes around this area and everything is disinfected. Everything area would be like clean for you. Doesn't take much time. You just have to go around the room. That's it.
Just after years of research that they made sure that the
Yes, that is all-
surfaces were dirty and then fully clean after it went through.
Yes, there is all research papers on this robot. There's evidence and also research papers to show how this AV bot is helping to keep everything clean. This can be adapted even to schools as well. That it can go around the school and disinfect, not just the hospitals. It can be anywhere.
I'm pretty sure there's also like robots in stores like Costco and BJ's because so like they can check the stock because it's like a huge
Yes.
store. So if they had a person doing that, it would be hard.
I've heard
There's
them
a
too. I don't know
barcode.
their name, but I hear
I
it
think
going
it's-
around. Yeah.
It does the barcode scanning to get the inventory of all the materials that are there in the Costco warehouse.
Yeah.
We do have that robot.
It's tilted.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I've seen it do it before.
And this one is like a closed one, which also have a passcode so that it can secure your item very securely. Now assume that you have to. Oh, hi, go ahead.
When I went to the store called Sprouts, they had like a shopping cart where
Uh-huh.
like you could like check your like what you need to get, like where to find it, instead of like being on a shop.
That's very nice. Yes, that there's a way finding where it'll tell you where exactly which bin what to find. That's very helpful. Yes. This one has a passcode as well, so that you can set each compartment with the passcode. So this one will be open only by that particular individual, so that you can pass secure items between two different locations. It can be a laptop or it can be something that you have to give to only a particular person.
I see
So it's
meats.
safe as well.
Does it hold food as well?
You can hold the food also, yes. You can have this trays inside this are extendable. It can be one full rack, or it can be three racks. But it comes with a covered enclosure. The one which was previous also been used for this one. The food that comes out. And any of this can be closed if you want it to be closed, so that your food is totally protected. So this is the facility management where the cleaning is the main work. They clean all the buildings, or the convention centers, schools, or government agencies. So their job is digital service for cleaning and keeping everything. For them, there are different sizes of the robots based on where exactly you want to apply for that. If you want to do it in warehouse, you want to do it faster because the square feet they have to cover is huge. So the size of the robot will also be big. Small area, it will be small.
I guess even the other session where my concern is like, is this an addition to the job because the job is already too much? Meaning like, are people going to be able to keep their jobs, or is this going to be take jobs from
I would say
like janitors, or is
I
it
would
just going to
say-
help their job?
I would say don't take the job, it will aid the job. The reason why I say that is assuming that you put here. These robots can come around, go under the table and clean for you. But who's going to clean the chairs and someone has to
Okay,
clean.
so it's like a dual. It's a
It's
partnership.
going to be a companion for the cleaning, and it is going to clean you, make your environment more cleaner than it was before. If a person has to do everything on his own, clean the table, clean the floor, clean the chairs, everything, how much do you think they will do it efficiently?
Right.
They may not do it that much because how many rooms they have to clean? There's so many rooms. And how many people you need for this? If one of them is put a sick leave, who's going to clean that?
I guess also is it gonna like the session we were in, will it come with regulations where the job says, hey, we still get to keep this number of people even though we're adding
Yes.
this technology in here? We don't want to lower the amount of people that are working. So I guess I'm interested to know what regulations are gonna come with that so people do keep their jobs.
I feel
In
like
addition.
what we are thinking is it'll aid the job rather than ruining the job. It's going to make your job easier, make it more cleaner and more consistent way of doing the things than doing it in manual way. So that's where, go ahead.
I feel like one thing that is not like the best that can make your job easier is because if there's like too many robots, and if you're like at a job that's a certain amount of time and like they prefer you to stay there unless you have to pick someone up or something, and the robot does most of the work and you only have a little bit that could last you like
Meaning the job is done quicker.
yeah, but like if the job is done quicker, then you'll just have like nothing to do in your office and you'll just have to stay there for the rest of the day.
You will, I'm sure that there's a lot in this room to be cleaned. And you
They're
think
gonna have to
all of
figure out
this,
that schedule.
you think all of this is being cleaned every day? I don't think so. Everything here in this room, I don't think every day they clean everything because you don't have that much of manpower and that much of time to do it. But if the robot cleans the floor, you have time to clean everything every day. So you have a more cleaner environment, more jump-free environment where people are more fresh, coming to a cleaner space. And you know that it is consistently cleaned. That's where these robots are. There's a lot. When the buildings are increasing, day by day, you see that new schools are coming, new people. From where are you going to get so many people to do the things effectively? So there's so many things you can think about. Dusting the, cleaning the classes, like cleaning the tables. There's a lot to be done.
Yeah.
So you will give that person additional time to do the other stuff while they do the repetitive work. They cannot do all of this. They don't have hands to do it so well.
Right.
So that's where this are going to play a role in future. So now why schools should introduce AI? So students are already using AI, as some of you have already know that use ChatGPT to answer your questions or do your homework as well. Some of them used for essay writing and other stuff. But the future job requires not just the digital literacy, but actual practical hands-on on this technology that we are using in the real world. So that's where you need to make them aware that this is just not learning it as an textbook or a small stuff. You need to teach them how to really use in the practical. So it's not just to make every student a robot engineer or something, but the goal is for every student to work in AI-powered world once they come out of this. They need to know where exactly these robots are used, how they are used, how they operate actually. There's a lot behind this. To make one delivery robot, there's a lot of technology behind it. So if they are not knowing how they are used and where they are used, they're not ready for the real world applications. So having that in early in the school helps them to get thinking of the AI world, whether it's now or later. AI is moving very fast, and you will see them everywhere eventually. So if that is the truth, then we need to get them involved in that. So that's where we have to get this to the schools and colleges so that they are ready for their career. So AI literacy, as I said, is more than a chat GPT. You need to understand the models, the sensors, the algorithms, how they hallucinate. Sometimes the models doesn't work so effectively. You need to see where they are doing mistakes and then try to learn and correct from them. Create a small AI robot that can do a small job, and then can you correlate that to the real world robots that can do a better, bigger job, and how responsibly they use this robots. Can use it for a nice and judgmental way of using it, some ethics behind it, as you said. So those are the ones that we need to make them aware of. When the students see it, when they build a small, say a small Roomba type of robot, when they build that themselves, they know the power behind. They know how to make a bigger version of that or a better version of it. But if they don't build a Roomba itself and they just read through it, there's no way they will learn how to build or they go to the field. So this must be a caption project, your capstone projects in your curriculum that can bring them to that real world situation. So this is just a pathway, again, in every school, how they design for it. For elementary school, the curiosity is the highest level where they want to know everything that is behind them. what type of robot and what of the patterns are there. So definitely a robot can come and tell them a story where they can see a pepper coming to the school, being an assistant teacher. They know how humanoid robots are built, what are they used for. And they can also experiment using building a small behavioral robot or something that can do a small job. The high school kids can start using Python and start programming it so that they can do high level models of those. And the teachers can build that readiness to come with the committee, showcasing them and procuring those to the school so that they can start learning it. So every student activates with the working understanding of the AI system if you bring them early to their. How can they do this? Here are some of the ways that they can start introducing that. So for K1 to 5, they can have a STEM lab, which can teach them the coding, STEM basics, AI. And the NAV is one of them, which I brought here, I'll show it to you. That's a humanoid robot that can understand the speech, vision, it has cameras, you can code it, and you can have a special education with that.
Do you have a question?
Yeah.
So
If well, are the robot models that we've been shown already are they waterproof? Because I feel like if they aren't waterproof and like so if you're in a office and it's cleaning and you accidentally like knock over a glass of water or like in a school or in a restaurant, will like they
the
malfunction?
delivery robot, the cleaning, nothing happens. And they're not very close to you that you can spill water on them. They are still far from you. They're not on your table. Your glass or water will be on your table. The delivery bot is coming to you and delivering you the. But it could be happen that the food which is on the robot that you dashed it and it spilled, it will spill on the robot and you can clean it.
I can kind of what she's saying, or I'm thinking about going along with what she's saying. If it's in a school setting, you know, you have kind of some mischievous kids or kids that might,
Yeah.
like if someone physically pours water on one of the robots, the little one, is it going to malfunction? Is it waterproof?
There is a body on it, so it is not like water will go inside, but you never know which small areas it will go out. So you have to be, electronics always are sensitive to water.
Right, electronics in general, right.
But there are robots that are mainly built for underwater robotics. So those are made entirely, totally waterproof. So that's a special set of robots for underwater exploration and other stuff. But these are not meant for underwater. So they can be damaged if the water goes inside some electronics.
The other example, like we have the lawnmowers.
Yeah, lawnmowers.
That
When
can,
it rains, it works.
It still
So
works.
it works. So nothing happens.
depend upon the way they are built for what environment, they will come along with that. The one which I have peppered, that may not be totally waterproof. So again, we can have the STEM labs for 9 to 12 with the higher learning curve, having autonomous car, robotics, Python, and AI, it's pathway. And the pepper is a big trend robot that I showed you that can also be used for research. So what we are saying is opportunity is not AI for AI's sake. It's a better thinking, problem solving, and better preparing the kids for the real world applications. So this is the way that the schools can clearly introduce it. At the smaller level, they can have a small. This is one of the examples. It doesn't have to be this. There are a lot of other STEM-oriented AI lab that you can create in your school. Along with that, if you put a delivery robot in your cafeteria, assume that your school cafeteria, the kids see that every day, and they get inspiration on to them that they need to build something. So that's what is making them more curious, more research oriented, more wanting to do something. If you put a cleaning robot in your school, they will see that every day. They will see where AI is used. They start thinking in that direction. So these are the real things that the schools can also have it as a demo for them. The cafeteria and the cleaning thing and even the security robots that are there, along with your STEM education. So this way they really see how you are, the real world applications, where exactly the AI is going and how these robots are using AI. They can see a delivery robot going there and they can stand in front of it to see whether I'm going to clash with that. No, because it has LiDAR, it has sensors. As soon as it sees a person, it's going to stop there and it's going to take a different route. So those are the things they understand by that this camera, this LiDAR will help me to not to bang on it, to take a different route. So all that they learn only when they see it. Seeing in a restaurant for one day is different than seeing every day in the schools are different. So this is where you can bring that curiosity to the kids to build something similar and try to learn to it. So this is the lab that I was talking about. So this is a small robot that has like 25 freedom of movement. That means there are motors across every part of his body that everything can be moved. So they do have speakers, cameras, they have sensors on their hands. Everywhere there are sensors. They also have cameras inside this small area here. There are 4 microphones on the head. And each of these legs also have sensors to detect wherever they are going. And this is their system inside. They have 1 GB of RAM and Intel 11.6. So this is where the snap is used for education, where you can program it, you can dance, it can sing, it can talk, it can recognize people, and then it can talk to them as well. Then you can give a picture to say a picture of mine to it. It will recognize me next time when I come. It will tell me that. So the vision detection is there in this as well.
No kids get scared at all.
This is one of the most friendly robots.
Like at my ankle too. It's cute.
So here is where it's as simple as how to learn it. So you can see here, these are all the building items that you are provided by the software.
This is the coding of it.
So assuming that you want to do just face something here, you just drag this one here and connect to it and you run. Their kids are very small because they cannot write the code. You just take any of this, you just drag it stand up. Let's say a robot to stand up. You just pull this one here and connect. This is the start and this is the end. You just connect the lines here and you run it, the robot will stand up.
It kind of reminds me of at my school last year. We had these little robots that you could program on the computers, and they, B-bots, and they could like move in certain directions. And
Ozzy
But
bot,
it was
right?
on the,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what she just
And
said.
then also,
Beavers.
I don't remember exactly what they're called, but there were these ones too that were like, if you put a color down, like a color mat down in front of them, they would scan it and they would go that direction. So like green means go, and like they would just follow the directions after going forward and all that.
So that a small scale application that you have. And those also had this drag and drop facility where you
Yeah.
can just drag it. But this is a little advanced than that. This can even do a dance for you. You can drag a dance here, which is available.
It's really weird. It's like you
So basically, many of these applications are built in for you so that the kids can drag and drop and they can see on this window how it is exactly applicable and then apply to the. They can simulate it on this one software and then you can apply to the.
You can also take things off too.
And you can build your own boxes as well, your own application. If your kids like high school, they can write their own Python class there, and you can change the behavior to do what you want. So that's why it's easier for higher kids as well as elementary kids to learn. The same robot can be applied to age kids. So this one is from Japan's online robotics. So it's been very useful for learning. And this is Pepper, which is again a bigger size humanoid robot. And this can also do the same job, but it's a stationary. Have wheels at the bottom here, but they stay in one place as a receptionist or as a storytelling or as a lesson as a teacher assistant or something. But it can move, but it's mainly meant for stationery and it can move its hand and other stuff and it also has a screen in front of it. So you
So
can explain the whole stuff.
iPhone hasn't joined then. You got Android and Python as a
Yes.
operating systems.
And it can also have multiple languages it can speak with. So you can configure it to speak different languages if you want it to be teaching other than English.
How strong? What can it? Does it say that how much it can carry up
It's not
to?
going to carry any weight. It's just meant for the guest experience. Like it's going to be an assistant to teaching or guest management, customer management. It's not going to lift any heavy loaded item from the.
What about teaching it to like handshake
Yes, it does all.
or push?
Can do handshake, can do hug, whatever you program. This whole part is movable. It can even dance, it can move the upper body, only it cannot walk.
It can dance with you hand to hand.
It can if you program it, yes.
But how long would it take this particular robot to charge?
Uh, this one, the nav, I think it takes around 3 hours or something. And this one probably same time.
How long does the battery last?
It says 12
It
hours.
has a really a good battery life. It stays
Operating
almost
time.
like 12 hours. Once it is charged, it can stay for. And the set of sensors are like same like nav. There's all the other sensors that can things up. This is for the college stuff. So that's the idea behind all of this. This is nav that